And good evening, everybody. How are you doing? Looks like we've got a pretty active chat already. Wow. Uh, I will try and get caught up on that, but happy to have everybody here. Tonight's going to be a little bit different than my normal live streams in that I'm wanting to focus kind of on the one topic about the hack to let you know what happened, give you channel updates from that, and the whole process. I will save the theme park stuff for the end. I will let you have a little bit of time for that. Don't worry about it. And when I do that, I'll also talk about some possible changes that we've got coming up for the channel. Kind of looking over all the chat here. Comrade Willow. Okay, that's kind of cute, actually, Thunderfoot. So, uh, but as pretty much everybody knows, I think at this point, oh, yes, commercials. I'll make sure I wait for the commercials to get out of the way uh, because they are on there. Um, yeah, and unfortunately, one of those deals that if I want to make a little money on the side, commercials are it. So, and YouTube kind of overrides that anyways too, because I am monetized. So if they want to throw commercials on, they will. But as most of you know, about 2 weeks ago, I got hacked, uh, and I'm a tech guy. I am extremely cautious. I've got all sorts of protection. I run multiple layers of protection on my computer. It's one of those deals that I'm really careful to make sure I don't get hacked. So if I get it, anybody can get it. And it just, it's easy to kind of let your confidence get up and, oh, it won't happen to me because I've done this and that, and that, and that, and that. So let me tell you about all my protection levels. I've got Bitdefender, which is the top antivirus program in the industry out there. There are a couple others that are pretty close, but Bitdefender, most people rank it one, two, occasionally I've seen three, but it's usually top two. In addition to Bitdefender, I've got the Windows Defender. I've got Malwarebytes on active subscription. So I've got all three of those active. And then I have email filters in place that kill things. And so I've got all sorts of different levels of protection. So, he, asking about specifics here, Sputnik. So let me tell you exactly what happened, and that'll answer your question here, Thunderfoot, because it didn't happen the way you probably think. They actually did not infect my computer. What happened was I got this email, and I get these occasionally for a sponsorship offer. Hey, we've got this product we want you to try out. We'd love to have you showcase it. In exchange for showcasing it, we'll give you a free copy of the product and a cash payment. Most of the time, I don't get the cash payment offers, but sometimes, and those are usually for products that don't fit my channel. But this was one that fit. This looked really good. So I looked over the email, looked good, sent a reply back that said, sure, I definitely love to know more about this. Tell me more. Let's hear details. So I get the typical standard second reply back. Here you go. Here's payment information. Here's how we'd like to do it. Here's what we're expecting. And we use a website called Aspire to coordinate everything. Now, if you don't know, Aspire is a legitimate website. Other companies have used this. I have used it before, although it glitched on me. So I'm like, okay, I know this site. I know how this works. And so I followed the link and went to the website to register for it. Here's where they got me. I'm super careful about phishing. The website they put in the email was basically the official website with one letter changed, and they changed the .com, and I didn't look. So they didn't have to hack my computer at all. They didn't have to overwrite anything. I used their link, and then I proceeded to log into the website. And my login attempt to the website was through my Google account. There goes my login information. They snag that. And while I am sitting there trying to log in, they are actually active on my Google account, changing all my information. I don't know this, but yeah, I got phished. That's what it comes down to. And with a professional looking site, a legitimate looking link, and they then proceed to overwrite everything on my account that would be used to verify it, and boom, I'm gone. In fact, I would not have known except for the fact that my phone suddenly resets. Uh, why is my phone resetting? So they changed the backup codes, they changed the phone numbers, they changed the email addresses, they changed everything in there, and then they tried to brick my phone. Now, if you don't know what that means, it means they basically reported my phone as stolen through the Google app and then reset it, wiped everything on it. And if I had not immediately reset and turned on my phone again, reactivated it, it would have fried the phone completely. And I would have had nothing. That's because the phone is used as a backup means to verify your account. And since they wiped the phone, I could not use my phone anymore to back it up. So that's what they did. A fairly common way to get hacked. And they use that to seal it. So no virus. I mean, I went through and I scanned everything, and it wasn't the virus. Uh, so, running more than one virus program, don't they interrupt each other when running? Depends upon the programs and how you run them. Windows Defender will actually essentially subsist below your main antivirus, which in my case is Bitdefender. Malwarebytes works on a different level in a different way, so it works side by side to help prevent things. So it can actually work together, and they can be more effective that way. Generally, if you were trying to use something like Avast alongside Bitdefender, then yes, they can conflict. But Malwarebytes is very good about that, and then Windows Defender works even further down below the surface. So it essentially gives you a triple layer of protection that way. But yeah, so that is basically what happened. Let's see here, Parker. Something like that happened to my Twitch account. Changed my name for a while there. Yeah, and they changed everything. Like I said, once I saw that phone reset, I was like, "Oh man!" And got a hold of my son, who at this point he's at least as experienced on computers as I am, and I was freaking out. I was panicking. I'll admit it. um, I was so much that I was having a hard time typing, and he's actually telling me, breathe. It's okay. We've got it. Um, and we got the phone reset, and then proceeded to contact YouTube through Twitter because that's the only way to contact them, and proceed to start the process. So backups, flash drives, yep, uh, good investment. Always try saving everything because that stuff scares me. I've got everything multiple backed up. I actually have every single video I have produced, a copy of it backed up on a portable hard drive. So even if they have managed to wipe my channel, I've still got all my videos. I could have re-uploaded them all again and started over, although that would stink. so I had Parker's going on. I had two-factor authorization on everything. I have it. Trust me, I don't run without two-factor authorization. In fact, really, in a lot of ways, I run three-factor authorization because if it's a Google account, then I have my password, then it sends me the text message, and then I get another verification message on my phone that I have to verify. And yeah, so it's there, but because I logged into my Google account through their fake website, they got my login credentials, and so they essentially were logged into my account. That's what phishing does. Is it doesn't even have to go through your computer. You essentially, when you go to the phishing site, it either steals your information or it activates your login on their end. And then they've got access to your account and they can do whatever they want. So your two factor doesn't work, especially when they then start removing everything that you use as two factor. So if you got a security key and they deactivate your security key, it doesn't work anymore. If you got a phone number on there and they change the phone number, it doesn't work anymore. And that's what they did is they changed everything. So the whole point there is be extremely careful of those links that you click on because they can get you. Um, so let's see. The fake presentation of the AI host they upload was legitimately hilarious, though. Yes, it was. It was bad. It was bad. I actually did find a legit video that looks like this AI host. So if you weren't there that day, and I had several people that logged in and helped me out, and I appreciate it. Uh, Once I realized that my account was hacked, the first thing the hackers did was they started a live stream. They did a 1 hour countdown, and then they put on this video of a legit guy. If you look at my thumbnail, that's actually the guy. and supposedly this huge conference talking about buying cryptocurrency. And all you have to do is just scan the QR code on your screen. He's telling this to a crowd of thousands. Scan the QR code on screen, and his lips aren't matching his words. It was hilarious. Would have been if I wasn't panicking at the time. But uh, while he was doing that, we had a bunch of people reporting the video, and YouTube got a hold of that. It kicked off their algorithm. They shut down the video. Then they shut down the channel. And realizing this was hacked, they immediately locked down my account. So that's the good news, is because I have a YouTube, they were willing to do that. If I did not have a YouTube account, if it was just Google, I would have been jacked. Nothing I could have done about it, and no way I could have recovered it. So beware, if you've got all your logins tied into Google, set up another account on a private email of some sort and keep that for your logins. Whether it's Outlook or Yahoo, yeah. But something. I actually have an old email account I've been using for years that I actually use for my banking and other stuff. And that account is one I don't generally advertise anymore, partially to keep spam down, but it's also because that's my secure account. And thankfully, everything was on there, not on my Google stuff. So, yeah, it was definitely nerve wracking. But thankfully, like I said, Google locked down my account pretty quickly, and then it took 5 days to prove it was me, to give them all the information, because their backup stuff doesn't ask you for old information anymore. It just asks for the current stuff, which was all the hackers, not mine. So it's kind of like, but so that's essentially what happened. And then, like I said, going through Twitter, um, with Team YouTube, letting them know they put me a whole in touch with a Google account recovery team, recovered my Google account, then reset my YouTube account, and then reactivated the channel. So, and it's still not completely done because I'm on the road, hence the weird backdrop. I'm at a hotel, and I was actually sitting at a show the other night and decided to check the channel on my phone, and it got deactivated again because I had logged in on a laptop in a different state from where I usually do and hadn't had enough time to process. And I'm going, ugh. So I'm at this show. I'm actually messaging my kids back home, going, get on my computer, reset my Google account. And it was down for about 20 minutes, and we got it all reset and turned back on. I don't know if anybody even noticed it, but oh my gosh, it was just like, so I have been checking it quite a bit. So, been seeing this happen a lot on YouTube. Any advice to avoid this happening to your channel? The biggest advice I can give you: be careful of your emails and links that you click on. If you are going to, and this is true for anybody, if it's giving you an offer, check that website. Even if the website looks good, one, don't ever click on a link in an email. Uh, Copy paste it or type it. But there are ways of spoofing links in emails to make it look like it is one thing when it's actually another. So always copy paste or type the email addresses and check them. If I had been paying attention, I had two big red flags that should have told me this was bad. One, it was the website .one instead of .com. Hello, I should have noticed that. Absolutely. .one, who uses .one instead of .com? And then as I was creating my account, creating the login, I got a notification on my phone. You're logging in with Google. Do you still want to continue to log in? Red flag. Hello. You're not logging in. You're creating an account. And I went, yes. That was it. Yeah. So I had red flags. I had warnings. I should have seen it, and I didn't. So uh, that's the biggest thing: is watch those red flags and warnings and be careful. Don't log into stuff. If something tells you you're logging in, say create an account, don't do it. So let's see here. Theme park content in the future from Florida. Maybe. Um, I will tell you this: this trip I am on, I did not pay for much of anything. I was asked as a replacement. It was supposed to be Megan's trip, and Megan was not able to get off of work, so poor Megan didn't get to come. So I kind of took her spot, and it has been epic. It has been amazing. So yes, there will be stuff coming. Don't worry. Start looking for it next week. Let's see here. Scammed on TikTok Shop. It wiped everything out. Yeah. 10 pounds of gummy candy for $2. Isn't, yeah, you can see something. It just small stuff looks legit, and it'll get you. Uh, and we had training about phishing emails like this at work. They're so sneaky. They they used to be easy to spot. They're getting better. They're getting much better, and they can get you. So let's see here. Some of the scams have gotten so good, it's subtle enough to look legit. It fooled me, and I'm so careful. It fooled me. So that's the big thing I can tell you is be careful. Um, no, not the Prince of Nigeria. I know more. I know about that. Although it still goes around. Okay, let me give you another example of one that goes around though that a lot of people will see, and I'm watching people get hit with it. Uh, there is this deal that will post on somebody's social media along the lines of, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe they're gone. R.I.P." and or a deadly car accident kills people, and there's a link on it. If you see that, don't click that link because that is an account hack. It looks like somebody that you knew or somebody that somebody you know knew died, and it looks like a car accident or something, and it's fake. It's an account hack that will override your account and start posting for you. And they are a mess and a pain to get rid of. So if you see it, my standard practice is I immediately comment in big bold letters, do not click that link. It's a hack. And then to uh, remove it from your feed. Don't click on those things. So um, I get calls or texts from Santa buddies once or twice a week. So here's one thing I get. I literally get between 8 and 12 phone calls a day from fake loan companies. Hi, this is the account review department. We've been looking at your account and you are pre-approved for a loan of fake scam. Don't do it. So, yeah, just be very, very careful of a lot of that stuff. Don't give out private information in public. And there's lots of ways for them to do it. Very common thing that you'll see on social media. You'll see somebody post some fun little quiz, and in that fun quiz, where were you born? What year were you born? What hospital? What was your favorite pet's name? Things like that. Those are all security questions used in accounts for like banking and stuff. The scammers will just take your information straight from those things, and they're easy to search. Don't ever put anything personal out there. Don't put your birth date out there. Don't put the last for your social security. Don't put your birthplace, your birth date, your favorite pet, your mother's maiden name, any of those things. Don't ever post them in anything publicly because they will steal it and they will use it. Absolutely. One other thing that I did too is once I realized I was hacked and I had locked down everything I could, I went to the three credit bureaus, Experian, TransUnion, and whatever the other is. And there's something you can do on your account called an account freeze. And that I did very quickly to make sure that they couldn't open up a credit card in my name. So this is something too that if you do get hacked, go to the credit accounts, lock down your account. Then if they try to open up a credit account in your name, it just says there is no credit report, and they can't do it. So that's something to be aware of. Let's see. If you get an email saying somebody's giving away free stuff at an estate sale or something, yes, that's another very common fake thing. So that's another one to be careful of. Shutting off Discord here because it's beeping at me. So um, let's see. I will come back to the theme park stuff here in a minute. Oh, Thunderfoot mentions another common one going around. Uh, Dad got a phone call claiming to be his grandson Ben and in jail, and he needs 500. This is also happening, and with AI now, what they're doing is they're actually taking video clips of people and then recompiling their voice so it sounds like them and making fake phone calls. If you get a phone call from somebody saying, "I need help. I'm in jail. I'm in stuck. I've been in an accident or something," hang up and call them directly to verify it. Scammers are using this very commonly, and they're getting lots of money from it. I need $500 of Venmo to me right away. Okay, and here's the email address that'll pay for it. And then the scammers walk away with the money, and you can't get it back. So if you get a phone call from a family member that's in trouble, hang up, call them back. Even if it comes from their phone numbers can be spoofed, they can be faked. Don't believe it. Call them back to make sure it's actually them. That's a good one. Thank you, Thunderfoot. Let's see here. And Mark, have a wonderful Valentine's dinner. Um, so I think that's most of what I want to say about it. Looks like I've hit your comments. Again, just be careful. Lots of stuff out there trying to get your information. Don't put it out there. If you, yeah, just don't. So, um, let's see here. Oh, so happy Valentine's. I think that's most of them. A couple people asking about Silver Dollar City. They haven't announced it yet. I can tell you this, it is not a Giga Coaster. It's not a hyper coaster. It's not going to be a huge thing. Uh, it's the one thing with Herschend is they are kind of gradually shifting their focus a little bit more away from the extreme thrills to family focus. Plus, the area that they're putting this in, it's nowhere near big enough for something like that. So, I would expect, based on the promos, expect something along the lines of, I don't want to say a replacement for Thunderation, but expect a Mine Train family adventure coaster. It's going to be something more like that. It's not going to be anything huge. It'll be fun. It'll be thrilling. It's not going to be a gigantic thing. So don't get your hopes up there. So, any other quick questions? Yes, I'm in Florida. Yes, there'll be stuff coming out, a bunch of different things coming out. So coming up in the next few weeks, I have two videos already filmed about what it's like to be a rover at Epcot and my favorite locations. There were so many I had to split it up into two videos because otherwise it was hugely long. Uh, I've got a couple videos I'm going to be shooting for my Burning Bush channel. So that's the preaching devotional one. One of them is going to be about the woman getting healed as she's pushed through the crowd and the different ways that we kind of misread the story and miss what's happening. And then I'm starting another series on Letters from Revelation. So if you're into that, so look for the Burning Bush by George Bernash for that one. A bunch of travel vlogs coming up here. And then I'm looking at trying something new. This is something my son has been telling me to do, and I may even do it with this video a little bit. Is right now, long form videos are harder to get out there. Shorts are the thing. So, and then live streams. So, what I'm looking at doing in the future is kind of shifting a little bit to doing a live stream every week as an episode. So my regular videos think it's live stream, so that way I can interact, I can talk, you can have input on what we're doing, and then taking that live stream, re-editing it into my actual regular video. So I might have a live stream like Monday night, and then edit the video to be published on Thursday, but then also take that same video and pull like two, three, or four shorts out of it and publish those with links to the longer video. And that way, when people pull up their homepage right now, you get only like two or three long form videos. and then like 5 shorts. And so I need to get into those shorts to be able to get people to watch the videos. So we're kind of looking at maybe trying something like that. So look for that coming up pretty soon as well. After I get back, and we're trying to get set up and do something like that. So, and hopefully that'll help drive traffic back up again. Let's see. Another thing, how did the weather treat you? Ice here was horrible. So back home, right before I left, a week before, we got snow. We got a little bit of sleet. They were telling us we were going to get between 14 and 18 inches of snow, which for Missouri is absolutely insane. We ended up with 7. We got snowed in for 3 days, which was fine. And then we were able to get out. So it was nice. There was, like I said, a little sleet in there, but 7 inches. So, uh, yeah, we were good. We stayed nice and warm. Let's see here. Thunderfoot. So an adult shows up to pick them up. You and your kid should have the password. The person should know. So this is one thing that's interesting. So with schools, schools are not allowed to release students to somebody that is not on the emergency card. So if somebody just randomly shows up to school to say, "Hey, I'm here to pick up so and so," the school's not going to let them do it. They can't legally. They've got to have them on that emergency card to be cleared to pick them up. Even if it's another parent, if that parent is not cleared to pick them up, then the school's calling somebody to find out, hey, can they really do it? So if they come through the car rider line, even, and the student doesn't recognize them, the school's not going to let them go. So it's good in public, but there's stranger abductions are rare. They really are. They get played up a lot more because of social media, and now there's AI videos making it look like it happens all over the place. But the vast majority, and I mean like 97 to 99% of students, of kids being abducted, it's by somebody they know. And the vast majority of those are divorced parents. So something just to be aware of. So let's see here. Also, Busch Garden stuff will be mailed to you eventually. I understand that. Yes. Um, Craig, MIA? Nope. I'm actually at the hotel because I fly out at 6 in the morning. So I have another hotel so I could nap and sleep today. So I'll be able to make it home tomorrow. Craig was Studios? I believe it's Studios and Epcot today, bouncing around. Like I said, I've been with him the last few days. So he was using his last day in the parks and having a good time doing it. So I've gotten some pictures. Let's see. Yeah, get calls from. Oh, my mother would get calls from scammers about her credit cards before she passed away. Here's another one. I love these. I get phone calls from people asking me about selling my dad's house. My dad's house isn't for sale. But I occasionally get this, hey, are you interested in selling your house at such and such and such and such? Nope, not for sale, not advertised, and I certainly ain't going to sell it to somebody who randomly calls me outside of a realtor. Go away. So, anyways, there's the hack job, there's the scams, ways to prevent it, ways to protect yourself. Oh, I know the other video I have coming up next week. I will be talking about Disney's new CEO. I haven't done that yet because of all of this mess. And yes, I definitely have thoughts about Josh D'Amaro becoming CEO. So he will be, that will be coming up as well. Thoughts on the Alton Towers line controversy? I'm actually not familiar with it, not a fan. So that'll be something I'll look at when I get home, because there are definitely there are some things I have to get caught up on after this last week. So, I think that is about it. So, anyways, if you've got more feedback, please leave it in the comments below. We can definitely follow up on it later. If you've got questions about what's going on in the theme parks and stuff, definitely let me know. You can put it in the comments. You can send me an email, sirwillow@gmail.com. There is also a mail link that Actually, it might not be in the comments yet or in the description yet. I will try and get it there, but it's in the description of almost all of my videos, so you can find it there. So postal mail that way. I would love to hear back from you too. Thank you so much for everybody who supported me through this. I was blown away by how many people signed on, let me know, backed up, reported the channel hacked and everything. Y'all helped save my channel, and I really appreciate it. So thank you guys so incredibly much. Thank you for joining me here tonight. I so appreciate it. Hope y'all have an amazing weekend, and I will be home tomorrow, and then I can start editing all sorts of video. Wee! No, it'll be fun. I can't wait to share it. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful